Okay. So when I told him to go and be washing plates, he said his brother that he wish he was God, he would make me smell, be conking my head and all that. So one day when he climbed his mother's box, he was now standing, jumping on it. I told him, why are you doing this? You are behaving like a younger ones. Then he was not saying it in my presence that, don't worry, I wish I was God, I would make you small so I would be conking you. So I got angry and I told him, I wish I was God. I will make you the last born, not even the senior. Then when the mother, the thing after 2 weeks later, that was during the December period when we enter New Year. Then he now told the mother that look at what I said. Oh. The mother was angry with me that why will I tell her son such thing? Why will I say or make him last? Now started praying for him that God has make him the first, he never the last, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. So I did not actually say anything. Then early this year 2021, on the we went to visit my auntie during the Christmas period. When we got there, my auntie said I should come and spend a day or two with her since it has been long I have come to visit her. He told
The
my
the
boss.
the part
Mm,
you said
yes, yes.
you were married or whoever called you a slave you talked
It's still
about.
this.
It
It's when
was it
when I
December?
came back from the
Oh,
village,
when you went to the village.
and came
Oh,
back.
that's when all this
Mm.
scenario started. Okay.
So when and I told her okay that I will come, and he said in my madam and my oga's presence, he said my oga answer. He said no problem that we'll arrange for that. And I said okay. Oh. So I went home. When I got home on the 25th, everybody was busy preparing things and all that. So my mother was just like, when will you go and stay with your auntie? Are you sure? Just go today now so that you'll come back on the 26th. And I said no. I was just like, I don't even feel like going there. So I just said no, I don't want to go. So later on, another friend that I will go on the 29th and come back on the 30th so that we can do the crossover night together. But when I on the 29th, I did not even know that my auntie called and told them that I should come and see her down on the 29th. I was just on my own. It was just something that came up in my mind that if I go there, I'll come back on the 30th. So they went out that morning, and when they came back at night, they called me and asked me that what did my auntie and I discuss the day I went to visit her. I just told her, I told them that nothing, no, except from the fact he was just telling me that the girl we stayed together at Mr. Ejiride house was pregnant and she was giving birth and all that. That was all. Now said whether did I not plan with my auntie that I was coming on the 29th. I said I was surprised. Say no, that I've never planned with her to go on the 29th. That and I said then why did I now brought up the issue of going on the 29th and my auntie called that same day? I said that I don't know that me I just decided to go out down on the 29th so that I can come back on the 30th. Now said eh. So my mother was just like that I planned it with my auntie. I will plan everything and all that. That was why my auntie called the same day I said I wanted to go and visit her. So just let talking and all that. So my boss now decided that I wasn't going on that 29th, that I'm going to go on the 30th. No, first I'm going on the first, which was on Friday of January 2021. When I got to my auntie's house, they welcomed me and everybody was fine. We greeted each other and later on they left and me I stayed with my auntie there on Friday. Then Saturday I wanted to go. She said no, I should not go, I should still stay with her for that Saturday. Then I'll go home on Sunday. So during that weekend, so many things happened. My a daughter that was in the village called. It was just like saying that my my auntie said they should bring me because my mom has been troubling her. My mom used police to arrest her and all that. They said she should provide me. That if she doesn't provide, she will be in prison. Blah blah blah. So and now that decided, he now called my oga and told him, look at the situation of things. So now said okay that I will come home on Sunday, then I will leave on Monday, which was on the 4th of January. I said, okay. Oh, I got home on that on Sunday. I started arranging my things for the next day for me to travel down to the village to meet my auntie. When I was going, he paid my transport from Benin City to my place where the general bus stop AKTC where it will stop to park. And he gave me 1,300 to hold as I'm going.
And
So
they didn't buy things for your parents,
they
didn't
didn't
give any
buy
money
things,
to.
they didn't give me money to give to them and anything. So it was just referring to that it was a festive period, so they spent a lot of money during the festive period.
But they gave you money to eat on the road.
They didn't give me money to eat on the road. The money was not meant for me to eat on the road. It was meant for me that when I got to the
But
park,
before you left, you ate.
I didn't. I carried food, but I couldn't eat the food, so the food sour on my way because the journey was very long with the hot sun, so the food got sour. So I just got to my drop it. I tried to warm it, but it wasn't useful anymore. Then I got to the park. I needed to enter a taxi from that park to a bus stop where I would take a bike down to my house. When I got to the park, I just noticed that the cab man said from there to the bus stop is 1,500, and me I have only 1,300 with me. So I did not even know what to do. It was a good Samaritan who sat beside me. It was the guy and a lady. So they now told me, okay, I should enter the cab, that they are going to give me the money. So they added 500 naira to the 1,300 that I have. So I now gave the cab driver 1,500, and I kept the 300 for myself, so that when I get to the bus stop I'll be able to take it back to my house. So when I got there, I took the bike, I went home and ordered. When I got home, I met my aunt, though she was not on ground, so they have to tell her to come up because she was in the back seat. So then I told her, gave her that I'm around. I said, okay. She came, she picked me, she went to visit my. I now told my mom, look at your daughter. They said I've sold your daughter, I've used her for rituals and all that. Now your daughter is here. So my mom was just like, oh, she was happy and all that, including my dad and my younger ones. Everybody was happy that they see me, that I'm alive and healthy. So my mom was just like, she won't let me come back again. That I'm not going. Even if I want to go, that they have school in the village where I'll be able to attend. Even my cousin brother, Savior, also said that. I said no, I should not going back. So with so much pleading and pleading and like beg my mom, I told her that I was already in JSC, that I should come and write my exam first. So many things happened during the week, but it's of no use. And when I stayed there for a month, I left on the I got there January 4th, and I came back February 17th.
So when you were coming,
So when I
who
was
paid your
coming,
transport? Was it Mr. Ejiro?
after the begging, my mom decided, okay, fine. My uncle, my auntie, so many people were begging for me. And I said, okay, fine, that I should come back and write my exam, that after my exam, I should return back to the house. I told her, okay, that I heard, but deep within me, I know I wasn't going back. And I said, okay, how about my transport fare? She said, "Ah, whether my oga did not give me transport fare." I said, no. And I said, she was angry that how come I stayed with my oga for that how many years, and I was coming back, nothing like bread, biscuit, or even money to actually give to them. She was angry, but I just do as if I did not know anything. I move on. So later on, my uncle contributed money for me. Two uncles, Uncle Ima, Uncle Itebong, his wife, and my mom contributed the money for me
How much
to
did they not give you?
10,000 total.
So how much was your transport back to
I pay 8,000 at the bus stop, the park,
AKTC
AKTC
to Benin?
to Benin.
Okay.
Then I now took a bus down to our house. So I still have some change left with me, but I didn't show it off. So when I got home, everything was okay. When I got home, I met my boss. My madam's mother was around, so she was the one actually assisting in taking care of my children and all that. When I got home, I just saw them and everything. I just said, okay, everything is okay, it's good. So when my boss came back, because he's a postgraduate who later go back to school, so he's attending the university. So he came back from school that day. He looks like, what? How did you go? He was just like, ah, I'm happy that you are back. So everybody was just smiling and laughing. And I said, okay. How did it go? I said, it's a long story. And I said I should come and tell him what happened. So I just briefly told him what happened, transpired during the week and all that. And I said, okay. that what is my plan now. He said my plan is to come and write the junior WAEC my exam. And I said okay, that no problem. That was what he had in his mind, that I should come even if I don't want to come back and stay with them. I should just come and write the exam. Then he now told me, I now told him that my people said I should come back home. And I said, eh. He said, okay, that even if I said I don't want to stay with them again, but I should make sure that I will not go back to that my village because of some certain things, sha. I should not go. But
Who told you that?
my oga, Mr.
Okay.
Ejiro
himself,
Akiri
okay.
himself now told me
That's
that
when you go back from the
yes,
village.
that was when I get back from the village. Now said I should not go back to the village even if I don't want to stay with them again. And I said, okay. Oh. Besides, deep within me, I wasn't actually interested in staying anymore, just to come write the exam. So when I got back, normally the son Maro, sometimes I will talk to him. If I shout at him, he will cooperate a bit. But when I get back, I will be talking to him, he will never answer. Ah, Maro, come and wash plate. Even if I earn me from 8 to 2, ease and walk away. I say, ah, I was surprised. So I just laughed first. Maybe it's because I'm just coming back. That's why. But let's just settle down first. As time goes on, it continue. Maro, come and wash plate. You just say. So there was this particular day. I told you to come and wash plate. Morning breakfast. It was actually on Saturday. Breakfast plate was there. Wash plate. It was already lunch, so that I can, as I'm cleaning, I'll be able to make food for you people for lunch. Maro, wash plate. He entered the kitchen. He walked out. Immediately he saw me that I've gone back to what I was doing. He walked out too. I finished what I was doing. I came back and made the plate there. I was angry, as in anger was boiling inside of me. I shouted his name. I just said Maro the first time. He refused to answer. The second time he refused to answer. The third time he just can't walk and come and meet me. And I was just like, is it that you not hear when I was calling you or what? So I was angry. I shouted at him. He said, is that why you are shouting? I was like, eh? You know what? Did you just ask me that question, whether is that why I'm shouting? He just eyed me, ease and walk away. Not the near road. I beg you, let's go and continue our play. I did not say anything. I went to the kitchen. I washed the plate. I used it to dish the food for them. They ate. The lunch plate, wash it now, another trouble. He refused to wash it. So I left the plate there. But later on, I came back. I washed it. I cleaned up. Then it continued. Maro, do this. He said no. So there was a time I was angry. I shouted at him. He said, that they are the boss of the house. Now told his brother that him and the rest of his brother, they are the boss of the house, that I am a slave and they are
How many are they?
There are 4 boys.
Okay.
So I'm their slave, I'm their servant. So they can, to tell me to do anything and I will do it for them. So I was just like, I looked at him, I did not say anything. But I was crying because it was painful. How come this small boy don't come and tell me that I'm their slave? Although all the things that happen, I did not report to the parents because someday I will keep on. How many times do I have to report? I'll be reporting.
Have you
Nothing will
reported
happen.
before to the parent?
I've reported before to the parent. What just beat him, and later on he left there. He will still come back. They will still continue. So what's the essence of me reporting? I just left everything. I kept everything to myself. So there was this one particular day. He just called his brother, and all of us were just sitting there. He just said, do you know that all the kids that they used to beat me, they used to pay me? And I told him, okay, they used to pay. Then why do you cry? He said he just cried so that the father will leave him alone. So it's not as if the cane is painful. So it appears to me that the boy is already used to the cane, so it's of no use reporting, because even if he reports, still beating and everything will just go like that. So as time goes on, I notice that when I enter the bedroom, he will open the bedroom door, he will enter. The first time the thing happened, I reported it to the parent. Like, look at what your son did. He just shouted at him, why will you do that? No, next time don't do that, just block him. He left me, and that was it. He still did it again. He repeated the same thing again, so I did not report it. So there was a time I came, I was just like shouting at him. He was beating his younger ones. Come and do this, you will not do it. So everything, I was just stressed out. So I was just like, why will you be doing this? You are older than them. You're supposed to be helping to arrange the house, not scattering the house. So I shouted at him. I was like, he was not telling me that I'm disturbing his peace. That ever since I come back, I've been disturbing his peace. I should go and go back to my village because it's my village that I belong to. I don't belong to their house. I should go back to my house in the village so that he can have peace of mind. I was, as in, I wasn't actually expecting such thing from his mouth.
How old is he?
He's 9 years old. I wasn't expecting such things that I'm disturbing his peace. How am I disturbing your peace? Is it because I told you to come and wash plate or something? So I'm disturbing your peace now. And I told you, okay, don't worry. I'm disturbing your peace, Abi. Once I'm done writing my exam, I will go. I'll leave the house for you so that you can stay and maintain your peace. Then I told him, oh, if I'm done with my exam and I leave this house for you, it's not only you, your own is just that you will be happy, but mine, I will be joyful, and I will be at peace because I won't see you to disturb me and you will not see me to disturb you. Then he now said, okay, that fine, I should go. That when I've gone, they will not have anybody in their house that will be calling patients. They will even forget about me because they will never know whether I actually exist or not. I existed in this office or this end or not. And I said, no problem. Very good. Thank you. Okay, I will go. So there's one this particular Saturday. I just finished cleaning in the evening. I entered the bedroom to add my bag. Normally, if I want to bathe, if my oga want to enter the bedroom, he will knock first. If he knock and hear my voice back in the bedroom, he will go back and stay till I'm done. But this one very particular Saturday, I was just bathing. He just opened the door, entered the bedroom. But I was surprised, I was shocked. My mouth was just open. I don't know what to say again. I said, sorry, I just want to tell you that I'm going out, so you should take your glass. So deep within me, I was just like, for all these years, anytime you want to go out, if I'm in the bedroom, you just stand at the door and say, you don't have to come in. So what is so special about today? I said, okay, no problem, I'll continue. So during that period when I came back from the village, I had a cold. Normally, even if I sick, the highest sickness in that house is always headache. I don't usually sick. I have headache, cough, and catarrh. So I'm so used to that one. But when I came back, I have cold. My oga just called me. He said, patient. I said, sir, you did not tell me that you are sick. I said, yeah, I'm not sick. I only have cough and catarrh. That's all. And the usual sickness, I don't usually sick. I'm not that. I said, I said, yeah. And I said I should go and urinate. I should put my urine inside container and bring it so that you can use it to go and do test for me to know if I'm having a fever or malaria. So he cannot just go to the pharmacy and buy me antibiotics because he doesn't know what is wrong with me. To me, I was just like, I was laughing. Why will you suddenly buy me use my urine to do tests? Meanwhile, there's a time I had chest pain. My chest was paining me coming out from the back, so I was struggling to breathe during that period. You did not take me to the hospital, you did not take me to any clinic or pharmacy, you didn't even buy any drugs for me. It's now
so how did you survive that period?
The only thing that survived that period is just that the wife was just like, what's wrong with you? I'm having cold. And I'm going to there's this rosemary leaf, rosemary leaf that they usually use for seasoning chicken. Now went to boil it, put honey for me, don't need to drink. I look at it, I smile, and tears was dripping down my face. I was just like, no problem. I drank the thing and I lay down. Not even up to 30 minutes, my madam came and woke me up, say, have you not slept enough? Stand up. The banga is ready, so go and pound it. I was just like, wait. My chest is paining me. Is it that she doesn't understand that if I raise it and hit it, it will affect my chest too? But I don't have any chest. Tears just keep dropping. dropping. I went to the kitchen, I pound the banga, and it was, my chest was as if it was vibrating, but I didn't. I just do as if everything was fine, nothing happened. I said that I continue. I pound the banga. After I finish pounding the banga, I used grinding to grind pepper and crayfish and onion. I did everything, made the soup. Then I said I should go and do starch. I made the starch. I arranged everything. After that, I just went to the room, and I just let pour out my heart, and I was just crying and crying and crying. Later, I just played my face. I just said nothing will change. The fact that I'm still the same person, that I would have to do anything they told me to do. So I was just like imagining all those times, all the headache that I have. It's only sleep that I will sleep, and the headache will be gone. So how is it that it's just still the same cough and catarrh that he knows that I usually have, near almost maybe twice in a month or once, that he was not like particular about to go and do test for me? I laugh.
Did you give him the
I
urine?
gave him the urine to go and do the test. He did the test. I don't know whether he did it or he did not do it. Too. Till today, the result is not yet out. I've not seen the result. I've not seen medication. Till the cough and catarrh period, everything passed. I did not see even paracetamol got said. So I keep realizing the whole thing. I was just like laughing. So I went to school. I asked my friend, do they use a urine to do a malaria test? She said that she has not heard of such before, that she only know that they use the urine to do pregnancy test. And I laugh. I said, okay, no problem now. Let him go and do the test. I was waiting for the result. Till today, I've not seen the result. So he now later made it an habit, a habit. So anytime I'm in the bedroom, that's when he'll be coming in. He will just open the door and enter the bedroom. The first time I was just like, imagining me, what is he looking for inside the bedroom when I am bathing? And the bedroom has been free for, in fact, since that morning during the period, but he did not enter.
At this time, where are the kids?
They were in the house.
Okay.
So they were playing. They are playing. Me, I was just doing my own bathing, and let me just.
Your room, you have your own room?
Yes, sir. That was the visitor's room where the visitors sleep.
Okay.
So if any visitor come down, I'll give space. So I just said like, imagine, the first time he came, he wanted to tell me that he's going out. The second time, he said he was looking for a mop. Sure, this mop can actually wait until I'm done bathing.
Just continue.
That's it. I say, okay, oh, I did not say anything. So it kept on happening and happening and happening and happening. So I now said, okay, since my madam is at home today, let me see what is going to happen, whether he will enter the same bedroom. So because my madam was around, he did not enter the bedroom. Like twice my madam was around, he did not enter the bedroom. When my madam
your madam, she's not usually around.
She's not always around. She worked as a Sabbath, so she usually come home during weekend. Every weekend she'll be coming home. So I was just like trying to see if he will enter the bedroom, but he didn't. So anytime my madam is not around, he will not enter the bedroom. So I couldn't tolerate it anymore. And when I got to school, I told my class teacher, Mrs. Okwekenye, and I said, ma, look at her. And I said, be careful, oh, this one that is entering the bedroom when you are bathing, what exactly is he looking for? He said, but all I can tell you is be very careful. Next time when he enter the bedroom, shout so that the children will know. And I said, okay. So I was actually expecting him to come into the bedroom that very moment, but he didn't. So like a week passed, he not entered the bedroom when I'm bathing. And I said, okay, no problem. So he kept after that week, he continued again.
Did you shout?
I didn't. I already poured water on my body, put soap. So I was surprised that after I rinsed my hair, I just saw somebody. I was shocked, and it was not going out. I said, Jesus, what happened? I just stood there first. I was just like dumbfounded. I couldn't say anything. I got to continue. Then just said, why will he be entering the bedroom now? Okay, no problem now. Next time when he enter, I'll be at alert to scream out, because even if I can't tell the wife anything, she would not believe me, and all that. So I just kept everything to myself, except from the fact that I used to tell my class teacher in school what happened. So when I got to school, I met a friend of mine who actually, we usually talk the normal girls talks, and she told me what she's passing through, and I also told her what I'm also passing through too. So she was just like, that she's moving on after her exam. And I said, okay, that she should also carry me along. So that was how we planned our move. And when I came back, actually, after the everything, I told them I wanted to go after my exam. I've already written the exam, so I told them I wanted to go back to my village. One night like that, I just enter. I told them thank you. I thank them for everything that they've done for me so far. That assist you, I want to go. And now asked me where am I going to. I told him my auntie's house. So I told him it's my auntie's house that I'm going to. I say the auntie's house. Is it the same auntie that when you came back you did not call her? I say yes. And it's true, when I came back I did not call my auntie. That I did it. It was a deliberate thing. Not that I don't want to call her, but for the fact that during that Christmas period, I did not plan anything with my auntie, and my madam was just like jumping to the into the conclusion that I planned something with her. So I didn't want to involve her, because if I now came back, I called her, we start talking. The time I will tell them I want to go, they will believe the fact that it was this same my auntie that poisoned my mind and said I should go. So that was why I did not want to involve her. I just say I don't want to call her till I'm done with my exam and tell them I want to go. They will send me off to my auntie. Then when I get there, I will explain things to my auntie. She understands me better. I told them I wanted to go, I said, that it was angry. But how do I want him to look like at my auntie's present when I came back? I came back since February till now that I've not called her, not told her that I came back. So my auntie traveled to the village, and they later told her that I came back to the city. So she was angry that why didn't I call her and tell her why?
No, she came to your house.
No, she didn't. She called this my
Okay.
oga's mother, since they connected. So called her and told her. So my auntie was just like threatening that she would threaten me that she would come and pick me and all that. So it was just like when he called, I just like pretend that I don't know anything else. Just say okay, fine now that she should come. Deep within me, I was already my plan was set for me to go, because I don't want to stay again. Everything was just tired. So when I told them I want to go, they said no, that I'm not going to straight to my auntie's house, that they are going to send me back to the village. When I've already told him that if I get to that village, they've already made plan for me that I'm not coming back again. I said, no problem. He will send me to the village. Then he will now call my auntie here in the city and tell her that he has sent me back to the village. That when I came back, I was the one that told him not to call her. And me, when I look at the whole thing, I saw that it's not gonna work out for me. They now took me to their mother's house, the grandma's house. They call, we talk. I just told the man what made me said I want to leave. Although I did not mention the fact that he used to open the bedroom door and enter anytime I'm dating. I just told him what the son usually do that used to annoy me most, because that boy is too small. So I just said, the woman was just like talking to me that she wants the best for me. I should endure. I should just, keep behaving as nothing happened. That I should just bear it. Once I finish my school now, that I cannot decide what I want for my life. But for now, that I should just be calm and stay. And that's why I should go and apologize to her. Then she now asked me if I was willing to stay again. And I said yes, that I was willing to stay. And I said, she asked me like 3 times or so. And I said that yes, I'm willing to stay. So even the woman's daughter too was just advising me that I should stay. That even if I move out now, where will I go to? That going back to the village, it was not something that is going to be good. So she was just like angry. She was angry, sha, that why with Maro, the Maro is too small to be talking to me like that. So they went out, they told my oga everything, and my oga was just like, if that's true, that no problem. So I should come apologize. I apologized to them, told them I wanted to say okay, no problem. We went back to the house. So it was just like, eh, maybe there was something else in my mind that I'm just bringing out Maro's issue as a cover up for it. I did not say anything. I just absorbed it like that. Let it go. So when I enter Imagberu, I wanted to enroll. After the on the 6th, we resumed on the 6th, and I went there for my enrollment. When I got there, I noticed that they said until you wear the formal uniform, they will not attend to you. So I went back home. I came back the next day with my uniform. I went there to collect a file. When I got there, just talk. They told me the items I need to buy. I said okay. I paid for the file, 500, and I collected it. I went home, I filled the file, and my oga helped me to fill the one to say parent or guardian. He helped me to fill it, and he said okay. I went there to submit it. When I went to submit it, they collected it from me. They asked me for the items. I mean, God has a way of doing things. They said the woman asked me where is my item. They were supposed to submit the file with my items and the money for the uniform. And I told that I don't have the money for the uniform.
You didn't tell your girl was not aware.
I told him everything, the uniform and everything that I supposed to pay for. He said that I don't know. Now I said okay, that I should submit the file. So I submitted the file. Although I did photocopy of it. I did photocopy of my testimonial. So I submitted the file. I resumed school. I was wearing my formal uniform to school, and continue. The wife brought a textbook, exercise book for me to be writing. I just thought I'd thank you for that, and everything keep flowing, keep moving on so well.
Okay.
So when
what before you left, have they bought those things?
So when we continue and all that, so it appears that every time they will be coming, the principal will be sending the teachers to come and be searching for those that had not paid for the uniform, not submitted items, not bought the textbooks, maths and English. So it appears that my name is always there, and they keep on punishing us. Those of us that don't have the money to pay and all that. And when I went home, I told him, see, said, okay, that God will provide. The first week passed, there was nothing. He said I should wait for the second week. The second week passed, nothing. I did not see any money for uniform, neither do I see item. The third week, there was still nothing for me too. So I was just receiving the punishment as if it's regular. It's something normal for me. I said, okay, no problem.
So at this time, what time do you now go to school when they are 4? And what time
When
do
they
you
are
wake
4,
up?
since we resumed this very section, he has been helping me for a while. So we wake up around 5. Then he will be bathing the children. I'll be cooking and dressing them up at the same time. I said arranging their food and all that. And I said okay, no problem. So since we have a car, so you can't be dropping us at school. So when I'm coming back, I'll take community bus from home to here. So one day when they came to punish us, a friend of mine came and asked me that she has some money, if she should give it to me for me to be able to pay at least for the uniform for the meantime, so that I'll just maybe look different from those that will be punishing and all that. That's the I laughed. I thought okay, no problem. She should bring the money. So I supposed to tell my oga, but I did not, because I don't know.
So somebody bought a uniform for you, your fellow classmates.
Yes.
What's
So
her
she
name?
gave me the money, Abundance.
Okay.
Atori Abundance. She's my friend and also my seatmate. So she said I should just take the money.
How much is the uniform?
5,000.
So Mr. Ajiro could not pay 5,000. I will have gods and be calling me on the phone and be talking trash.
So it just said I should pay for the uniform, that anytime they give me the money, I will return it back to her. I was so grateful. So I supposed to tell him the day that the thing happened, but I did not. I just say maybe the girl may just come now and said something that maybe she forgot also. So I waited for till the following day. So she brought the money and she gave it to me. We went to the staff room. We paid the money together, and like they gave me the uniform. When I got home, I showed him the uniform, and I told him how I got it. He was just like, Bob is your friend, or he's not one of your boyfriend. I was just like, where did the boyfriend come from again? I thought he's my friend, my seatmate. Then what is the person's name? I said her name is Abundance. And I said, okay, oh, I believe you. Hope it's not that maybe later I will not hear something else now that it was a boy. Actually, it's not any boy. At least I'm happy that it's not a boy. He said, okay,
Continue,
no
continue.
problem.
Just
He said no problem. So I collected the uniform. I wore the uniform on Friday. Then this friend of mine later arranged. Actually, I wouldn't have collected the IDB. I knew that we were leaving very soon.
so you collected on Friday.
Yes, I
That you
collected my
left
uniform.
on Monday.
No, I collected my uniform on Thursday.
Okay.
So I wore the uniform on Friday,
Yeah.
and on Monday, that was when I took off.
That's why you left or you came
That
to
was
Lagos.
yes, I left. I came to Lagos to stay with one of my uncle, Mr. Jerry. So when I got to the family, everything was okay. So when I got here, and a friend of mine has already told me that this name that I'm bearing, patient, that is not going to help me, so I should change my name. So
Okay, now before you left Benin, he didn't pay for the uniform.
He didn't.
He didn't pay your school fees
No.
either. So your SS1 has not been
Nothing.
paid for.
No.
He has not been paid for. You are sure about this in your
Very
school?
sure.
Because after this video, I will call that your teacher to confirm this.
Yeah.
She didn't pay. He
He
didn't pay
didn't
anything.
pay anything.
Okay, now you now came to my place now.
Yes.
That you now had to go and arrest that woman that brought you for the first time to Benin, and he was making threats.
So when I
Making
got
threats as if he has done one thing.
So actually, I left. I came to Lagos.
Okay, now when we spoke to your mom is cool, and now you are not adopted. Are you adopted?
I'm not adopted. I came here on my own. I found my way. So there's nobody who is adopting me here. Nobody. So I came on my own.
I want the world to be aware of this story. They said Mr. Ejiro Ayiri, or whatever his name is called, when this girl came, she came through somebody from my wife. Come on, why didn't there somebody? When she came, and I interviewed her, asked her some questions. She told me that the man she was staying with, how she left, she didn't tell them she was going. I said it wasn't right. Call them. She made a call. And then I sent a text message to my wife's phone, replying that she did not offend, that they did not offend the girl that she left. The wife now sent her own text message. Is that what she has for her as a birthday present? And I said, maybe she was a very good girl. The next day, the woman's daughter called from abroad that they've arrested her mother. I said, why did they have to? And I asked, give me that man's number. I had to call this man with my phone. Okay, what happened? Why did you go and arrest somebody? She said, how did I get the girl? Started asking me stupid questions. Don't know it's as stupid as this. He was asking me stupid questions. And I was actually saying, I should give him the number of the person that gave me this girl. I said, who are you that to give you number of person that... I don't know this girl from Adam. I don't know you either. I don't know the auntie. I don't know any of you people. Somebody linked us to us. And we are fine with that. He said, until the girl comes, then he now went to a police. One person called me, spoke to me as a police officer. Give me your number. Till now, that man has refused to disclose his identity, not even his number. To end the whole short the story, I called my lawyer. And I went to Langbasa police station to report the matter. The woman said, the SP there said, the only thing that can happen if I need this girl to go back is to her village, not even to Benin, because she's not from Benin. That is forceful return. They want to forcefully return the girl against her wish. She's more than 16, so she can decide what she wants. She has said she wants to stay here. And I called the man. Alpha, yesterday they now called me, start telling me the policeman threatening me that is going to track my number, that for trafficking, that adoption, that I'm kidnapping the girl. I said, call the parent and ask them. They've given me permission. I've spoken to the mother. The girl in question called the mother. I called Mr. Ejiro. Do you when last do you speak? He said she doesn't have any of their number. I said, the girl that lived with you, you don't have their parent number. She has the phone. You have the phone. Now where's your phone?
My phone is here.
Bring your phone. I bought her a phone immediately she came, so I can talk to her. At least her parent
This
can
my
call her.
phone,
So
and
I can
used to
call, because
my auntie
what
and
what I intend doing is to send the phone to her mother, because the mother, where she is she's in Bakassi, so there's no line and she doesn't speak English. But I'm trying everything I can to make sure if it's possible for me to even bring the mother down. So this Mr. Ejiro that he said himself is a Ejiro, this foolish man, the world will hear it.